Hello, my friend. So I have a little bit of a different video for you today. I want to do some swatches of these two palettes that I just purchased and got in the mail. I have not tried these on my eyes yet, but I want to show you a comparison of the colors since a lot of people are talking about these palettes and how they are similar. So let's look at them and see if they are similar. Of course, the first thing you notice right away is that they are not similar in size. Let's go ahead and open them up. First thing when opening the Blue Blood palette by Jeffree Star is that it is a little difficult to open. So if you have grasping problems with your hands, fine motor-wise, this may be a bit difficult for you to open. It's very, very snug. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous, though. It looks like a coffin to me. I think that's what was intended based on the advertising campaign. And then inside, there are your shadows. Now, with Icy Betch, this is flat. It isn't puffy. When I ordered it, I thought it might be similar in packaging to the Foil Finger Paints palette. It's the same size, but it's not the same. Like, this has actual like rocks on it that make it kind of 3D, where this one is flat. I mean, the Tarte ones really do look quite small next to the Blue Blood, Jeffree Star Blue Blood eyeshadow pans. I mean, they're very, very small, especially when you're talking about these little guys down here. The only one is the highlighter that is bigger than the ones in the Jeffree Star palette. Looking at these shades, I'm trying to find ones that are similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera for a second and I'm going to go ahead and swatch some on my arm that I think might be similar. So what I did for the swatches is I focused on the Tarte Icy Betch palette, and what I found was there are two shades in here that are not dupes or even close to dupes for anything in the Blue Blood palette, and that's this top white one right here, and then also this blue here. It's just too much of like an ocean blue, and Jeffree doesn't have anything like that in his palette. That being said, these are the comparison swatches. So you can see there are some that are a little bit similar. The Frosty Whites, the highlighter from Icy Betch is just a little bit more peach toned than the one from Jeffree's palette. I'm gonna open these because I need to remember which shades I swatched. As far as dark blue, now Tarte did a weird thing here by including two very dark blue shades in here, and you'll be able to see those here. The one up at the top, it has just a little bit more glitter than the one that's on the bottom that's more of a satin. This is Jeffree's one called Ocean Ice. You can see it's much chunkier and a little bit lighter than the ones from Tarte. This is Jeffree's I'm Cold, and it's definitely a little bit more blue, where the one here from Tarte is a little more purple, lilac-y kind of toned. These two here are probably some of the closest dupes in the two palettes. We've got this shade here from Tarte, and then this is Flourishing by Jeffree Star. Flourishing is just a tad bit brighter. These two here really aren't dupes, but they're the closest I could find, so I figured I would show them to you just in case you thought they might be similar. That's this one here in the Tarte palette, and then Entitled from Jeffree Star. These two are also pretty close. That is this lighter blue satin shade down here, and Ice Tray from Jeffree Star. Here I also have the Ocean Ice swatched again, and then this one is just that darker blue down here. And then finally we have like the dusty blue-gray shades. There's just a little bit more blue in the one from Tarte. The one from Jeffree is just a little more gray. Now, if you're new to my channel, you're new to the wipe test, and I thought you might find this interesting. I haven't tried these on my eyes, so I don't know comparison-wise how this is going to be on the eyes, but what the wipe test does is I take a towel and I run it down my arm and to see if the shadows are staining the skin. And for the most part, most of the time, if the shadows stay on the skin through the wipe test, they do tend to have longer lasting power. It also helps us to see when we wipe some of the powder away what the undertone of the shade is. So if it does fade, then we'll know whether the shades might start to muddy together. So let's go ahead and do that and see what's happening. It's so funny, they kind of mirror each other in lasting power as far as the wipe test goes. They really do. I mean, except for maybe this one right here where it looks like the Tarte one lasted better than Jeffree's. I mean, they pretty much look the same. One thing that's interesting is the undertones of the first two are completely different, where when swatched next to each other, they looked a lot more similar. So that's kind of interesting. Same thing down here with these two. The undertone here in Jeffree's is a bit more purple, where the one from Tarte is a bit more blue. So that's kind of interesting. And just for reference, I just washed my arm and I have no staining of any shades, so we're not gonna have to worry about them staining the eye for a long period of time. They removed easily with makeup remover. So that is it for the comparison portion portion of this video, but just for your information, in case you're curious, I figured I would do swatches of both palettes just as complete palettes, just for your information since we're already here and set up.
Put it on me.
You, 'cause I still love you, and it's weighing on my chest. We keep our bodies tied together to ignore what's coming next. I was driving you home in the middle of the night, but I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye. I was driving you home in the middle of the night, and there's no good way, yeah, there's no good way. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. You got that something that I never wanna lose, yeah. It's like dancing when the song's already over, moving without getting any closer. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. I wanna feel you, really feel you, not just hold you close at night. We keep our bodies tied together to ignore what's on our minds. Yeah, I was driving you home in the middle of the night, but I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye. I was driving you home in the middle of the night, and there's no good way, yeah, there's no good way. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. You got that something that I never wanna lose, yeah. It's like dancing when the song's already over, moving without getting any closer. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. Keep chasing fire, no other way, no other way. Keep chasing fire, no other way, no other way. I was driving you home in the middle of the night, but I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye. I was driving you home, even if I go, even if I stay. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. You got that something that I never wanna lose, yeah. It's like dancing when the song's already over, moving without getting any closer. I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. Keep chasing fire.
right, those are the swatches. I hope that you found this comparison video helpful. If you did, definitely make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Share it with a friend if you feel like they'll also find it valuable. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you think, initial first impressions of these two palettes. If you've tried either one of them, I'd love to know what you think about them on your actual eyes. I just got these, so I will be trying them. And then I plan on doing a full review of the Blue Blood palette. I probably won't do a full review on the Icy Betch, but I do think that Blue Blood, they'll be in everything you need to know, I do believe. Thanks again so much for watching. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon.